everybody, firstly just want to say I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and holiday period, and I also hope that you are enjoying the start of a new year. I am making this video from my bedroom today, and the book that I am talking about is Paige Toon's The One We Fell in Love With. I also have like a black splodge of Sharpie on this one, so I do apologise for that. Where do I start with this book? Absolutely love it. This book isn't actually a YA. This is the only book in the book club that is chick lit, and I absolutely love chick lit. I feel like that is my go-to when I want to read something. It's my go-to for holiday. It's like my ultimate kind of relax, getting lost in the book, kind of easy and heartfelt, makes you feel good kind of genre. That for me is kind of like my go-to when I really want to read a book. I loved the sound of this straight away. It's about 3 sisters, they're actually triplets, called Phoebe, Eliza and Rose, and the one thing that they all have in common is the boy called Angus who moved in next door to them. The way the story is told is through each of their different perspectives, which I really enjoyed. I absolutely loved going between the different points of view of each of the triplets, and I think that's why I loved this book so much, because there's 3 main characters and you don't really get that in a lot of stories. A lot of stories is kind of one girl and one guy, but in this one the story is told through all 3, and each of the triplets are actually very different, and it was really lovely to read each of their different personalities and quirks and traits within the book, but also in regards to this one guy that they all have something in common about. The book is kind of split into 2 sections, which as I was reading it I didn't realise, and there is quite a like jaw-dropping moment in there, which I'm not going to give away, because for me that was one of the highlights of reading the book, because I did not see it coming at all. And I think that you'll really enjoy that. Although this book is mostly light-hearted, funny, romantic, it's the sort of story that you really get swept up in. It does also have a few more kind of serious points mixed in, which I think makes it such a roller coaster of emotions. One minute you feel really sad and you're connecting with a certain character on a level that's a little bit more kind of depressing and like just generally really like sad moments, and then the next minute you're laughing along with another character, and it is kind of like that roller coaster of emotions, which made me want to carry on turning the page. I basically read this whole book in like 2 sittings. I absolutely loved it. So I'm going to quickly read you the back just to give you a little bit more kind of detail on the characters. Phoebe is caught between a rock and a hard place. Settle down and get married, or return to the French Alps to pursue her passion. Eliza is in love with someone who is no longer hers. In fact, he probably never was, and her dream of becoming a successful musician seems to be vanishing before her eyes. Rose is out of a job and out of a boyfriend. To make matters worse, she's been forced to move back in with her mother. But these very different girls have one thing in common: Angus, the one they fell in love with. I absolutely loved Paige's writing style. Her character descriptions are so vivid. The places she describes are also very vivid, and I read this very fluidly. Like, there was never any moments that I sort of struggled with trying to understand, or you know, I didn't find it difficult to picture anything. It was so easy to read, and I would highly recommend this to anyone who's after a kind of uplifting but also just lovely story. I absolutely loved it, and now I really want to read lots of her other books, because on the back page it's got like all her other books, and as I finished it I was like, well, I need to go out and buy these now because I'm desperate to read more. But yes, that is The One We Fell in Love With by Paige Toon. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. Just something that's a bit more light-hearted and romantic and easy to read and very, very enjoyable. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. Make sure you are following WHSmith over on Twitter just for any other author takeovers, and also make sure you're following their blog for any other updates or little snippets of things you might not have seen before, like extracts of the book, added chapters, and interviews with authors as well, because there's some really great information over on there. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll see you again very soon.